Hi, and welcome to OpenRose, a free and open source requirements management application. Find more information about the same at github.com/openrose. Today we are going to talk about baseline requirements detail view. Let's go into the project, which is Barclays Study for Personal Customers, and have a look at the tree view here first. It has got nicely laid out requirements, and here at the project level we can see existing baselines or create new baselines by project or item type. We already have created January and February baselines which are based on the entire project, and loans January and loans February baseline which are based on specific item type. Let's go into January 2025, which is the project baseline. By clicking on Open, you are going into the details view for the same. Here we can see the baseline information along with its item types. As you can see, we cannot modify the structure because it is a snapshot and a read-only view of our project at any given point in time. That's why we cannot move item types up and down to readjust its location in the structure. Going inside a particular item type, we should be able to see requirements or items sitting underneath. There are 5 requirements or baseline requirements that we can see here. And if I go back to the first item type, then we can see 2 requirements, out of which the second one has furthermore child requirement nodes, which are nothing but baseline requirements sitting under this particular requirement. When I work with the details view, I can see the same information about the hierarchy, which is nothing but the project, the baseline, the item type, the parent requirement, and then if I go further down, I can see the child requirement as well. Here we can see information about our particular baseline data either at the root level or in the details view, or by going and opening the item we can also see information about the same in the like more detailed views, where you can also see information about the traceability. Item that I'm looking at does not have any traces, so let me just jump back to a previous item here, which is, if you have an older account, which I can click as well, and I can jump to that particular item and then go into the open that requirement, and looking at the traceability, we can see that we have a particular trace to another item. Now this fee declaration requirement is sitting in a different baseline item type. So to go there, I can just click on open, and using the same details view, I will be able to go and see all the information about the particular baseline requirement item. Again, we can see in the traceability that the parent traceability takes us back to the original requirement, which is in the baseline. And we can jump between the baseline requirements in this particular view. The other thing we can also do is we can go directly to the tree view from the details view for the given baseline requirement, and here we can see all the data that is present for the entire baseline. And that's why this view could take longer time, and it would request large amount of data from the server depending upon the number of requirements that you have in your baseline. That's why if you need to work with a specific set of data, we prefer you to use the details view. That's where you request only certain data from the server that is required. Now, as we know that if you have an older account requirement, let me just close this so we can see that if you have an older account baseline requirement which has got 4 children, then you can actually decide to exclude the parent requirement. When I do so, when I exclude the parent requirement, all its children are also excluded. Now, if I go inside the children, which is one of the baseline requirement, then I cannot modify is included status. This is because if the parent is excluded, then child cannot be included. To include the child, I have to first include the parent. When I include the parent, I have two options. Either include the parent by clicking only include the parent option here, or include the parent along with all its children. Let's just include the parent, which means all the children are still excluded. I can now go into a particular child and include that children. And so now going back to the parent requirement, we can see both a parent and one of its children has been included. Three other children are not yet included. If I want to scope my baseline to include all the items under, if you have an older account requirement, then I just click on include all child baseline items, and that way we can see all of them are included. So we can work with baseline requirements both in details view and tree view. In the details view, to see the traceability, we have to go inside and open that particular requirement and see more details including traceability. And if we want to work with the tree view, we can just simply click on this tree view data to jump over to the baseline tree view. With that, we would like to thank you. Please share this video with others and appreciate any feedback you may have for us. Have a great day and bye for now.